What's good, gang? It's your boy, Big Bench, back another banger. And today, we're gonna be doing another tier list video. It's another Demon Slayer tier list, but today, we're gonna basically be ranking them based on who has the most saddest backstory. I'm gonna do my best not to do any spoilers. We're only gonna be talking about the ones that's already been showcased, that's already been shown. So if you haven't even caught up to the Demon Slayer lore, I would advise you not to watch the video because it's gonna be spoilers if it comes to that. But as far as manga spoilers, I won't be spoiling none of that, you know what I'm saying, because that hasn't even been shown to the anime watchers. So we're gonna be ranking them, like I said, based on saddest backstory. Y'all understand my list. Otherwise, y'all gonna have to go with my biggest source. Trust me, you feel what I'm saying? But we're gonna get into it, not gonna waste no more time. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If y'all enjoyed it, y'all did the do. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, comment up all of y'all thoughts, comment what I should react to next, what I should do next on the channel. I'll get to it ASAP, and yeah, let's get straight into it. Also, we're gonna be ranking the characters that we already know, like extras that we don't really get to see the backstory or what motivated them to become a Demon Slayer or who they are in the show. We're not gonna rank them, you know what I'm saying? We're only gonna rank the ones that the show shows us. Feel what I'm saying? So let's start with Genya. We already know the story behind him. I'm gonna try to summarize all of them up. Genya, obviously him and Senemi right here, they're brothers. Y'all already know that his dad was very abusive when he was alive. And he was beating on his wife, which, you know what I'm saying, his mom basically. When she was trying to protect the kids. Long story short, the dad was killed. The mom got turned to a demon. Doesn't really know how she became a demon, but she became a demon, and she literally was out one night. That's when she became a demon, when she was out one night. And then randomly, whenever Senemi was looking for her to see if she was okay, she just literally came in while Genya was protecting the kids. She just came to the door, literally one shot at all the kids at one go, literally one shot at, was about to kill Genya, but Senemi came to like a, you know what I'm saying? He came in like a real hero and saved Genya's life. And Senemi pretty much, you know, took her way off in the sunlight. I guess probably beat her a lot because she looked pretty bloody. By the time she was on the ground and the sun was coming up, so she was dying. You feel what I'm saying? But Genya pretty much got mad at Senemi. Really hated Senemi at the moment, but you can't really blame him. He was a kid, he didn't really know anything about demons for real. You know what I'm saying? It's all new to them. They didn't even believe demons was real for real, most likely. But let's just say Genya was mad at Senemi because he felt like Senemi just killed their mom. You know what I'm saying? So I would personally think the whole story is kind of sad. I ain't gonna lie, not kind of sad. Like his side of the story is pretty sad. Like, I'm gonna say it's just messed up because, like, it's just messed up. I really can't say too much on that. It's just messed up, like, genuinely messed up. Giyu, I'll tell the part of the story that we should all know by now. A lot of y'all might not know his sister protected him, because he was about to die too, you know what I'm saying? But his sister protected him. But the part that we all know, and we should all know, is that he had a friend. When he became a Demon Slayer the first time, he was nowhere near as skilled as Sabito. You know what I'm saying? But when he became a demon, him and Sabito became friends. They went to final selection. Everybody passed except for his best friend. And he felt a certain type of way because he wasn't even able to put no damage in. He barely passed it for real, you know what I'm saying? So in his eyes, he's considered the fake Hashira. I think the situation is definitely sad. I just don't think it's as bad as, you know, some of the other characters. I think it's pretty sad how he's afraid now to make friends low-key. Like, he wants to be friends with people, but he's low-key now scared to make friends. So I think that whole situation is kind of sad, to be honest. I'ma just say pretty sad. Gyome, I think this is tragic right here, bro. So we know Genemi was pretty much taking care of, if I'm not mistaken, like 9 orphans in the temple. But he was also blind back then too. He was not nearly as strong as, you know, because they were poor. You know what I mean? So he never really got to see his full potential when it came to strength, for real. Fast forward, let's just say this. One of the guys in there, y'all know him. We all know him as Kaigaku. But this is when he was a human, you know what I'm saying? So Kaigaku, he pretty much ended up trying to steal from the temple, pretty much, and they kind of ran him off, right? A lot of people viewed it as he was just laid out night, but he actually ran, like he was ran out of the temple because he was trying to steal from them. So they ran him out the temple, and then a demon was about to kill him. But in order to save his life, he pretty much went ahead and tried to sacrifice their lives, including Guillaume. So he led the demon to the temple, and it had a little thing where, I can't remember exactly what it's called, but it had a little thing that signifies of dangers and like coming in.
寺にいた私と8人の子供たちを鬼に食わせると言ったんだ。
He let the demon inside. The demon came through. Guillaume was trying to protect all the kids. Now, in his eyes, Guillaume's eyes, the kids didn't believe that they would be saved because he was a blind man. That's in his eyes. But the reality of it is the fact that the kids were trying to protect him. So all them kids that tried to protect him, they all died on the spot. That's sad, I know. That's sad already. But this word gets worse. So Guillaume protects this one little girl that stays behind. He destroys, claps the freak out of that demon. I'm talking about he didn't even know his strength until that moment right then and there. But he claps the demon, and eventually the demon does kind of vaporize because the sun comes out. The people from the village, I don't know. But anyways, people come there to make sure everything, like, to see what happened, you know what I'm saying? So the little girl that he protected, in Guillaume's eyes now, she pretty much said that he killed him. He basically said a monster killed him. So to them, since he was the only person there, they assumed that he was talking, and he assumed that she was talking about Guillaume, but in reality, the girl was talking about the actual demon. But a lot of people didn't even believe in demons back then. So that's another reason why, you know what I'm saying? So me personally, I think the whole situation is pretty tragic. And I feel like it's so tragic, like it's at the top tragic, to be honest. Not maybe the most sad, but it's definitely among the most. Because in the end, he was about to get, like, executed for this situation. He was about to get executed. You know what I'm saying? It's all thanks to the master himself for saving his life. In his eyes, he didn't even know what was really he interpreted something that was not really what they were trying to do. Like, they were trying to protect him. He viewed it as them not trusting him, right? That's sad. And then it's also sad that he viewed it as she pretty much just threw him under the bus because she was scared in the moment. But in reality is, she just couldn't quite speak properly, and they just assumed it was him. So it's kind of sad because he believes this all the way up until, y'all don't know Inosuke's backstory, because we don't really see that much of his backstory until the manga. We already know that he was raised by Boris, but we don't fully know why he was raised by Boris, right? Now, let's just put it like this. This is going to be one of them sources where you're going to have to trust me on this one. Inosuke's backstory is pretty messed up. I'm not going to lie. Actually, in my personal opinion, his backstory might be not even just messed up, pretty tragic. If you know, you know. That's all I got to say about that. Kane, her backstory is sad too. I'ma just say it's pretty sad. I think it's slightly above Giyu's, to be honest. At least on the same level. It's kind of hard to say which one is more sad. I feel like low-key, maybe Giyu might be more sad because Giyu can't even make friends properly no more. He don't really, he's basically antisocial. He's left out the loop now of everything. And he wants to be friends, but you know. Kanao, I'm gonna say her backstory is crazy sad, bro. Like, her backstory is sad. So, we already know, we should all know by now, she was basically a slave. So that's why she's so robotic-like right now. You know what I'm saying? She was basically a slave. She was broken mentally to the point where she, you know what I'm saying? She don't really have feelings. Like, she had to rely on a coin to pretty much, you know, to make decisions for her, because she didn't really have the ability to feel anything for a long time. But she also lost, so I'm gonna just say canal situation. I think her stuff is way sadder than Shinobu's though, because she was literally a slave. She was literally a slave, bro. A slave. I ain't gonna lie, that's messed up. But Kokushibo, I'm sorry, but like, even though I like you as a character, I feel like you definitely are low-key the best villain in this story. You're a perfect villain for this story. But I feel like your backstory is not sad at all, you know what I'm saying? You pretty much had it all, but you just let your jealousy get the best of you. If you wanted to become the strongest, and you let that get the best of you to where you became a whole demon, which in return pretty much ruined your twin brother's life. And the worst part about it is, you know, Yorichi, he just wanted to love you. That's all. But you showed him, you was the first one to accept him. But in the end, you was also the one that did him the dirtiest, to be honest, in my personal opinion. So I think his backstory is just not sad at all. I think it's pretty messed up on what he did, to be honest. If y'all know, y'all know. Rengoku, his story is not sad at all, for real. His mom just told him to become a demon slayer. That's just quite simply what happened. He just was told to become a demon slayer. Missouri, same thing with her. Her story is not sad at all, for real. She became a demon slayer. Well, it's actually kinda, I mean, it's a little more sad than Rengoku stuff, because like Rengoku, she became a demon slayer like because nobody would accept her because she was too strong. I mean, that's a flex to say that you so strong that people are intimidated by you. But it's also kind of sad because she wanted to be a wife. So in that perspective, it's kind of sad. I'm gonna say Kokushibo stuff probably like right there, Mitsuri right there, and Rengoku right there. That's my personal opinion right there. And then Morichiro, his story is really sad. I ain't gonna lie, his story is actually pretty sad. He lost both his parents. Oh, we already know this. He lost both his parents. His mom was already sick. His dad was basically trying to save his mom, but he died trying to get some herbs. So both his parents died. Then his twin brother, was killed, and he was almost killed too in that same night. That's sad, bro. I'm making that very short and simple. That's literally his backstory. That's messed up. Yeah. It's on par with Genya's in my personal opinion. Nezuko, she got the same similar backstory to Tanjiro, so I'ma just say her stuff is just it's just messed up. Like I'm put it at pretty sad, to be honest. But yeah, I'm putting it both of them at pretty sad. Maybe low key at that's messed up, but then again, I feel like low key Ginyu stuff is low key more sad, to be honest. On the low, because you know he lost his best friend, he lost most of his family. His sister protected him and sacrificed herself so he can live. It's kind of a sad situation. Obana, in my personal opinion, I know people might think otherwise, but in my personal opinion, I think Obana might literally have the most sad backstory in Demon Slayer. To be honest, I ain't gonna sit here and lie to you, bro. I think he might literally have the most sad backstory in Demon Slayer. So, like, in general, not even just Demon Slayers, he has the most sad backstory in Demon Slayer. Like, general, in my personal opinion. I'm not gonna tell y'all why, because I know a lot of y'all are anime watchers and y'all don't know why. But if you know, you know. Y'all gonna have to trust me on this one. That's my source yet again. But next backstory, I'm gonna have to say Senemi. I think his stuff is slightly more messed up than his. His own brother accused him of killing their mom. You know what I'm saying? Pretty much abandoned him when he needed him the most. I think his situation is pretty sad, to be honest. I ain't gonna lie. And I used to not like Senemi at all, but when I learned his situation, it's like it's kind of hard not to feel bad, because like his situation is pretty sad, to be honest. Now we see a little bit of his backstory, but we don't really see what motivated him to become a demon. All we know is literally his whole bloodline is all demon slayers. That's pretty much it. That's pretty much it with this right here. But we know why he becomes a drunk, and I will say that situation is not sad at all. It's kind of pathetic, to be honest. I ain't gonna lie. I'm not gonna rank it, but why he becomes a drunk and why he stops becoming a demon slayer is quite pathetic. Because he wants to be the strongest, basically, but he feels like he's inferior because the strongest is sun breathing, and he can't do sun breathing. So that's, in my opinion, that's low-key the most pathetic, even worse than Zenitsu, to be honest. I ain't gonna say and lie to you. Like, as a character, he's low-key more pathetic than Zenitsu. I'm just saying, because at least Zenitsu has a reason why he's pathetic. He's just pathetic for no reason. Like, he's just having a tantrum in my eyes. Anyways, Shinobu, like I said, honestly, I think Shinobu stuff is, like, messed up. Like, just messed up. Like, really messed up. But I'm putting her stuff, like, right there, slightly behind her. Since we got Shinobu right there, we gonna move Kana's stuff back right here. And then Lady Tamayo, her backstory is sad, bro. Her backstory is sad. Like, I don't know if y'all know the situation. I think we all heard about what happened. We didn't really actually see it, but we all pretty much heard from that little scene in that last episode in season 4. So we'll talk about that just a tad bit. Just touch up on it. So she was pretty much sick. She wanted to basically be healed. Muzan, who she trusted at the time, healed her, but made her become a demon. She didn't want to become a demon. She just wanted to be healed. She didn't know that she would become a demon. So the moment she became a demon, she literally killed her husband. And you know what I'm saying? And she had no control of that. It's all thanks to Yorichi for setting her free, bringing her, like, pretty much setting her free from Muzan's control. I think the situation is sad because she just wanted to live. That's it. And in the process of her just wanting to live, now she pretty much killed her and her own husband just for trying to live with her husband. I ain't gonna lie, that's just sad to think about, to be honest. That's sad to think about. I'ma just say it's pretty sad, to be honest. I ain't gonna lie, I think it's pretty sad. Because it ain't even like she had control of that. She didn't have control of it. It's just sad. Tenjin backstory, his backstory is just dark, bro. Literally all those brothers fought against each other. Literally fought against each other to the death. We all know this. His entire family was fought to the death because, you know what I'm saying, they was, if I'm not mistaken, Shinobu, something like that. But yeah, let's just say his backstory is sad, but like, I don't think it's as bad as some of the other ones. I mean, for Christ's sake, he has 3 wives. I'm just saying, like, it's kind of sad, but to be honest, it's also very messed up. I just don't know, man. Like I don't know. It's the whole entire situation is just messed up, to be honest. Like, I don't really know if it's really more sad than Giyu's because he lost. But then again, it's literally all his brothers. Literally all his brothers, all this, you know what I'm saying? Literally fighting to the death. Literally everybody died except for 2. And that's because by the time he realized he was fighting his brothers, it was basically too late. All of them had died already. It was just 2 of them left. He just left and let him win. His other brother win. So I think that whole situation is just messed up, to be honest. I ain't gonna lie. Yorichi, his backstory is sad. Like, actually sad. Yorichi, pretty much, he was already like not accepted in the family because of this mark that he has. He was born with the mark, and he was not accepted in the family for a huge portion of his life. The only person that accepted him was none other than his twin brother Kokoshibo in the beginning. And Kokoshibo's dream was to pretty much become a demon slayer, the strongest demon slayer. And Yorichi's dream was to have a family. Pretty much just have a family. So Yorichi became a demon slayer, you know what I mean? And he was a prodigy, like straight up prodigy. Like, you know what I'm saying? He literally picked up the sword and immediately started cooking. Literally. And let's just say Yorichi, he became a demon slayer, but he still wanted to be more so of a family, so he kind of left that in the past for a while. He got a family, he had a wife and a kid, you know what I'm saying? But when he was out, I don't exactly know what he was doing when he was out, but all I know was he was out, and you know what I'm saying, his family was killed. So he went back to become a demon slayer because he already knew what he had to do. He had to take down Muzan. He is the only one that was strong enough to actually defeat Muzan. So that's why he became, yeah, exactly, trying to basically take down Muzan. And he almost did. I still think his backstory is sad because, like, all he wanted was to have a family, and he couldn't even get that. And then later on, after he failed to kill Muzan, not only did they not respect him because he failed to do it, which in my opinion, I think that's stupid, because he's literally the same guy who taught y'all how to become so strong. He's the one that created breathing styles. Without that, y'all would have never even got close to beating Muzan to begin with. That's number one. Number two, yeah, he made a mistake, and yeah, he could have solved, like, if he would have just killed Muzan right then and there, that could have solved so much of problems. But you can't judge him for making a mistake at the end of the day because he's a human. And at the end of the day, y'all would have came close to what he did. Y'all would have probably died on the spot. That's how strong Muzan was during that time, especially. He didn't care. He was ruthless. He just wanted to, yeah. He felt unstoppable. So they would have died on the spot, in my personal opinion. So I feel like they didn't really have a right to judge him on that. But they did. They judged him on it, you know what I'm saying? Because he failed to kill Muzan. And his twin brother, after he got the mark, because you already know whenever you get the mark, when you actually manifest the mark, unless you were Yorichi, and even possibly Tanjiro. But when you manifest the mark, if you're not born with the mark, if you're not a sun-breathing user, or it doesn't really exactly say. We just know that Yorichi is the only one who didn't die at 25. Now Kokushibo, he broke the one code that Demon Slayers follow. At no point, never trade to the demon side. You're supposed to kill the demons, not become a demon yourself. But he was afraid to die. He wanted to surpass Yorichi, his twin brother. He wanted to become the strongest demon slayer of all time. And he became a demon, and they actually had to face off against each other. And an 80-year-old Yorichi still clapped Demon Kokushibo. That's tough, but it's true. You know what I'm saying? But let's just say I said that to say Kokushibo, he pretty much, you know what I'm saying, got Yorichi kicked out the Demon Slayer Court because it's they really wanted him to, you know what I'm saying? They really wanted him to do that to himself. But they allowed him to just be banished from the Demon Slayer Corp and banished from the village. That's tough. I mean, like, Kokushibo really just backstabbed him on so many levels, to be honest. So that's why I think his stuff is not sad at all, and I think Yorichi just got the bad end of the foot, like, genuinely. I think his stuff is just sad all the way around, to be honest, because he's a prodigy, and he literally he never got to live the life he wanted to live. Like, you know how it is. You want something, but you can't always get what you want. You know, it's another one of those type of situations. Zenitsu, I think his story is not really sad at all, to be honest. I ain't gonna lie, it's really not. Like, the only sad part about this isn't him becoming a demon slayer. That's not the sad part. The sad part is after he becomes a demon slayer. That's why I'm gonna say, backstory wise, his backstory really isn't that. It really isn't sad for real. I'ma just be honest. I feel like his stuff, like Rengoku has the least sad because he just a demon slayer because his family's demon slayers. Y'all see this list. If y'all enjoyed this video, y'all did do. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, comment down below y'all thoughts. Comment below let's react to next. What I should do next to the channel, I get to it ASAP. And yo, I'm gonna do the videos every day. Call below these bands. I'm gone.